If you still support James Charles in the year of 2025, especially July 2025, I actually need you to write a 3,000 word essay down below. Why? And if in that essay there is, he makes good makeup, or he's funny, fail. Wrong answer, move on. I'm sick to death. And I wasn't going to touch on this. I wasn't going to talk about this. This angers me so much. Why is this man on the streets? Why is this man on the street? I'm not a drama channel. I'm a makeup channel. However, I feel like James Charles is the head of the beauty community, which no. There are so many beautiful, incredible, talented, not scummy or predatory influencers in our space right now. Why are we putting a predator on the front of our community? Why are we letting men that are horrendous people be at the head of the community? Something that I heard someone say, which is what I want to, touch on. Women do one thing wrong. Something like, it could be quite bad. It could be quite bad. But nothing illegal. Women do something wrong. They are scrutinized, penalized, demonized, just absolutely shunned from not even the makeup community, but like places in general. Sabrina Carpenter is a great one. I watched a reaction video talking about this recently. Sabrina Carpenter, very bad marketing. Can I just say, very bad marketing on her latest single. If you know, you know. She has been scrutinized, demonized, attacked by the internet. Chris Brown, Loving Life. Who's the worst one here? Who is the actual worst one here? I feel like women in general... Sorry, I am on a rant right now. This is a rant. Women are scrutinized for things that if men did, that's fine. That's fine. If James Charles said something racist once, no one would care. No one would bat an eye. No one would bat an eye. I'm sure he has said things that are racist. I don't know. But I really believe if a woman has done the things that he has done, she would be in prison. She would be kicked out of the family. She would be kicked out of the community. She would not be on anyone's PR list. She would not be going to anyone's wedding. She would be absolutely cut out from this community that we have going. The fact that people like James Charles, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, like, these men are horrendous, horrific men. Tati is a brilliant example of this. I know Tati did wrong. Can I just say that? Tati did not groom anyone. Tati did not steal someone's abusive boyfriend, knowing that he was abusive. Tati did not support SA. Like, she has not done anything like that. She has been... I think Tati is, like, the worst off out of all of them. I was going to swear. What the hell is wrong? What the hell is wrong with the internet? Because can someone please explain it to me? Because I don't know what is going on. James has just released a new palette. It's so innovative, okay? No one's ever seen anything like it. It's a rainbow palette. Wow, everyone's shocked. Wow. A rainbow palette. A rainbow is not a colour story, first of all. A rainbow is a rainbow. A rainbow is so unoriginal. A rainbow is... Oh, look, the first palette that I saw. It's a rainbow palette. Wow. A rainbow is not a colour story. A rainbow is so boring and generic. He is acting like this is the best thing since sliced bread. And he's crying on TikToks about how, he's so amazing and he's supporting a grieving mother. And if you haven't seen that TikTok, I had to skip it. I can't do it. I've been to drama school. I know what acting looks like. That is acting. He is on mission, make me look good. He does this same cycle over and over and over over again. He does something wrong. He bats it off for a bit. He does something wrong. He bats it off for a bit. He does something wrong. He actually gets scrutinized for it. Oh, I'm really sorry. I'm taking accountability. I'm going to be a really good person. Then he does something wrong again. And everyone seems to just let him go again. Like, what is going on? At least Jeffree Star is quiet. You know, at least Jeffree Star has shut up a little bit since all of that has happened. I'm less offended by Jeffree Star than I am James Charles. And I never thought I would say that in my life. The fact that James Charles thinks he can come on camera after everything with no shame. I would be the shame I would feel if I had done what James Charles has been proven allegedly to do. I would feel embarrassed to show my face on camera ever again. If I had done even half of what that man had done, I would feel sick at the thought of putting my face on the internet again, just ignoring it and just carrying on with his day. I would feel ashamed of myself. This man has no shame. This man has no emotions apart from how it affects him. And the fact that people are still buying his makeup actually enrages me. If you are a makeup reviewer and you do not like James Charles, do not buy this palette just to review it, just to see if it's good, just to see the truth. Don't. You're giving him money. Don't do it. Obviously, I can't actually tell you what to do with your money, but in my opinion, don't support predators. Don't support grabby, horrible, disgusting men. I don't understand this pillar that we put these men on in the beauty community for some reason. Like, what is going on? It's got to a point now where if we don't stand up now, it's just never going to happen. It's never going to How much more evidence and how much more proof do we need to say, hang on, this is dodgy, this is bad, we can't put up with this anymore? And I know that he has this kind of like childlike presence. He acts very childish. I'm not even gonna lie, the sound of his voice, like, actually put your head in a steam room, please. Like, the sound of his voice, and I'm sorry I'm being mean, but I don't really care. Please have a Strepsil. Like, it grates on me so badly. And the thought of like a 12-year-old joining the makeup space and going, oh look, it's James Charles, he's so wacky, he's so cool, he's so funny, and he's preying on people, he's preying on these people, he's constantly getting a new wave of victims every few years. These 13 to 16-year-olds come online, figure out who James Charles is, doesn't know that he's a predator and that he texts underage men, boys, I should say, not men, underage boys, and boom, he's got a whole new dating pool. That's in quotation marks because it is not a dating pool whatsoever. But in his eyes, great, it's a dating pool. Great, new fans. I'm going to abuse my power and I'm going to tell them that they can be the next big thing. Or as long as they come to my house and do the deed with me. Like, that is... that... Are we serious? We are living in an age where major celebrities, major directors are being shut down because of this behaviour, because of the casting couch. I've been in the acting industry. Trust me, I know how rough it can get. These big directors are finally being shut down, finally having eyes on them, finally having people come out and say, look, this is what happened to me. These boys don't have that. Why? Is it because they're men? Is it because people see women as these fragile little flowers who need to be protected? So these big directors and big actors who have assaulted women are being taken down, but the people who have assaulted boys, they're fine. They're fine. Why? What is that logic? And I see that all the time. Even with these big actors, big celebrities, the people who have assaulted women are all over the news, for weeks. The people who have assaulted boys, they might get a little snippet of the news. They don't what is this logic? I don't actually understand. The fact that this has been a continued behavior for years, and he has been exposed over and over and over again for this disgusting behavior, this illegal behavior, allegedly, you know what I mean? For legal reasons, I have to say allegedly. The fact that he has been exposed for these things so many times, again and again and again and again, and the fact that he has no care for anyone else. You have seen it. The girl, I don't know her name, but the girl who had that really abusive relationship, and she told him it was the worst relationship of my life. He did things that, you know, and James is like, oh, can I have him now? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? You are not... Yeah, I think he has this, like, girl's girl kind of persona. He is the least person to a girl's girl I've ever seen in my life. If he was my friend, he wouldn't be. He would not be my friend. If he was in my town, he would be the laughing stock of the town. The fact that people still support this man after criminal activity, after, like, allegedly, after, like, things have happened that has come out that are awful against these young boys, and people don't care. He comes out with the most boring, mundane, generic rainbow palette, and people lose their minds over this. This is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. The fact that he's coming on TikTok screaming about a song, that's your fault. Sorry, do you not know the TikTok guidelines? Does no one on your team know the TikTok guidelines? He basically had a advert come out on TikTok, and then it was muted by TikTok because it wasn't in the TikTok approved music catalog or something like that. That's your fault. That's on you. You didn't know that guideline. Someone on your team should have known that. Don't come on here screaming. He was feral. He was screaming. And yeah, that's kind of annoying. That's really annoying. Stop. Not everything's about you. I feel like that mask slipped a little bit. That scary James Charles was the true James Charles. And I do not understand the people who think an eyeshadow palette is more important and more morally right than protecting 16-year-old boys who James Charles has been trying to text and trying to get things out of in a way that a 16-year-old boy should not be interacting with a 20-something-year-old man. I don't understand how an eyeshadow palette is more important to you than these young boys. I don't understand how a freaking liquid eyeshadow that doesn't even blend and that isn't even pigmented and you get half a tube is more important to you than these boys and these people that have been affected by him. That is what you're doing. When you buy a James Charles product, when you buy a Jeffree Star product, when you buy any product from a brand that is notoriously awful and predatory, you are saying, this thing that adds nothing to my life, this eyeshadow palette, let's pretend, this eyeshadow palette that I can get like anywhere, I can get any eyeshadow palette from any brand, but this eyeshadow palette is more important to me, and I value this eyeshadow palette more than all of the victims of James Charles. That, we can't be friends. We can't be friends. If you prioritize an eyeshadow palette, let that sink in, an eyeshadow palette. I love eyeshadow, okay? Look, my drawers, I have 60 plus eyeshadow palettes. I love them all. If I would give any one of my eyeshadow palettes away for the safety and the peace and the story of one of these young boys. Right, you know what? My beloved palette, the Book of Magic, you can see it is used and abused. Take it. Take it. I don't care. Take it. If one of these boys can be protected and seen and heard and have their stories in court and prosecution, literally take it. Take my whole collection. I don't care. We need to stand up to this. We need to stand up to it. And the frustrating thing is, the most frustrating thing is, we do stand up to this. And then a month later, he's back, and everyone just forgets. Everyone just goes, he's all right now. He's all right now. No, he's done this over and over and over and over and over and over again, and he will not stop. He will not stop. I don't know if it's his ego. I don't know if it's desperation. I don't know if it's some mental illness that he has in his head. This will not stop. And the more times that he is allowed to come back on this platform, and the more times that he is allowed to just get away with it, it's going to get worse. He's going to think, well, I've got away with that. I've got away with that. What else can I get away with? Do you not understand how an eyeshadow palette is not even in the same realm as the safety and the stories of these young boys? I don't understand how you can sit there, give this man money, give this man your hard-earned money, and tell him that you don't care about any of these people that he has affected. I do not understand. He has proved to us time and time again that he is a horrendous human being, and the fact that he is coming out, this, I'm taking back what I deserve. He has made hundreds of thousands from that Morphe palette. Yes, he is owed like 2 million. And I sympathise with him on that. You know what? If I was owed 2 million from Morphe, I'd be a bit pissed off as well. I think that's the only thing that I will ever support him with. Get your money. You are owed your money that you have earned. Does not excuse anything. If you support James Charles, please think about it. I cannot tell you what to do with your money. I can't tell you what to do with your life. It is your life. It's your opinion. But I remember when I was starting to pull away from Jeffree Star, one of the biggest reasons that people would still support him is because, his makeup's really good though. But he makes really good makeup. What? You could give me the sparkliest, beautiful, most crystallized eyeshadow that there ever was, and it was in the beautiful like blue shade. I love blue, you probably guessed from my background, and it was the perfect thing. If you said you could either have this or you could have peace and like notoriety for a victim of SA, eyeshadow out the window. And the fact that Jeffree Star is not even that revolutionary, like, shop indie. I could give you an indie palette that is better than this James Charles palette. Shop indie brands. I'm sick to death of it. I've sat and I've not really spoken about it, but I am sick. I'm sick to death of these influencers getting away with it again and again and again. And by getting away with it, I don't mean a cheeky, undisclosed ad. No, I mean predatory behaviour that is affecting young men. Not young men, boys. Like, I keep saying young men. They're not young men, they're boys. They're 16. Some of them are younger. You know, if you have siblings, if you have children, if you have cousins, if you have nieces and nephews, I don't. That's the thing. I don't have those people. I'm like the youngest of my family. But if I can sympathise with that, surely someone else can. I don't want to tell you what to do. Think about it though. If you are supporting James Charles, think about that. By buying his products, you are telling him, this is okay. Your behaviour is okay. I support you. I believe you. And I will continue to wear blinkers and... What? You know? Yeah. I'm going to go because this has been fueled, I think, by just his recent actions. I've kept quiet for a very long time, but it needs to stop. He is acting like he is the king of LA, and it needs to stop. His ego needs to come down, because I think that's the only way that this is ever going to end. If we stand up, people have the power. People have the power. Look at the Romanovs. Like, you know what? People have the power. We can bring these people down. If we work together, we can bring these people down. Yes, just me saying it's probably not going to happen. But if 100 people see this video and think, you know what? No, I'm going to change. That's 100 more people not supporting him. Yeah. Or it riles me. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Have a nice day. I upload every day. I normally talk about bright, fun, colourful makeup. I do my makeup, I do project panning, I do get ready with me's, I do shop my stashes, all that kind of stuff. No James Charles, no Jeffree Star, bish bash bosh. Let me know your thoughts. Do you support James Charles? Do you not? Let me know. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.